Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are actually going to be playing with a new Makeup Revolution collection, which I feel like I really have not done a lot of Makeup Revolution on this channel. It's a brand I don't really buy a lot, and I just feel like they put a lot of products out, a lot of collections, and they usually are known for pretty mediocre quality. Well, they sent over this Grinch collection and it honestly looks pretty cute. I did see this collection is available at Target in stores. I know some of their collections go to like Target, Walgreens, Walmart. It just kind of depends, but I did see some sneak peeks of this one at Target stores. Also, I do kind of have some good expectations for this because they did a Shrek collab recently, which was also really well done. I think maybe they're kind of getting better at it because the collections I've seen before and the collabs just kind of seem like they threw stuff together really fast, but these actually seem really curated and well thought out. So let me show you what I mean here. We'll start with the big eyeshadow palette. So this is the Revolution and Grinch. I have a whole sheet here with all the info. This is just the Grinch shadow palette. So this is going to be your big palette. It retails for $20. It says 17 highly pigmented pressed shadows complete with a mirror. So let me go ahead and open this. So you get a huge Grinch head cut out here, and then here is your shades inside. So what I mean is this color scheme actually feels very fitting for a Grinch collab. I will go ahead and insert the swatches here. I was actually pretty impressed with how the palette swatched. The shimmers looked really pretty, and you could definitely see the colors really well in swatches. The shimmers are a little bit more hard pressed, so you do kind of have to dig in to really get the pigment. It might take some building to get the color you want, but overall I really think this is a pretty color scheme. It is very Christmassy. I do kind of wish though that these two colors that kind of represent more of like the reds in the palette were more vibrant, because when I swatch them they do look more pink, so it kind of takes away from the Christmas vibe when those look more pink than red. But I feel like the greens in here are really fun. So that's a look at the big Grinch eyeshadow palette. Now they also have a small one, and this one is fuzzy. I thought that was a really nice touch. So this is the You're a Mean One Mr. Grinch palette, and it has the fuzzy little packaging here that just says Revolution X Grinch, so that's really fun. I don't see a lot of brands do that. And then you got your little mini palette, which is a little more Christmassy, but the purples kind of throw me off a little. I kind of wish those were more red tones, but I do feel like it's a nice color scheme going on. But yeah, I'm just not really feeling the purples in this one. This one retails for only $10 with 9 shades. I did feel like the swatches weren't as good as they were in the big palette though, but this one definitely wins for packaging. It even has all these little sayings on it, like it says, I had fun once, it was awful, and then the back just has Revolution X Grinch with the Grinch on it. So really cute packaging. There's also a liquid liner in the collection, which is kind of fun too because it's also fuzzy. So you have it here where it just says Revolution X Grinch, and it's a completely fuzzy little eyeliner pen. So I thought that was really fun. This one is a nice liner. It's really nice and black. It goes on really easily. So it seems like a good quality one. This is $8. We also have a liquid eyeshadow set. I think this one is really fun too. This is called Don't Give a Grinch Liquid Shadow for $12 for 3 of them. And these swatch so well. Let me show you what I mean. So the first one is called The Grinch, which is kind of like your greeny, almost teal leaning shade. It's kind of a green blue. Very pretty. Like, do you see how shiny that is? Super pigmented. This next shade is kind of a rose gold called Cindy Lou Who. Another beautiful color. We also have a fun goldish green called Max. Okay, I got a little too much there, but how pretty are these? I love the metallicness of them. We will be testing those out today on the eyes. Next in the collection, another cute little Grinch shaped item, and this is a highlighter. So it just says Snarky is the shade. This retails for $8. On the back, this one says, You're the reason the gene pool needs a lifeguard. Okay, so here is that. Just says Snarky here. It has the Grinch face on it. And this one slides out like so. You do have a little mirror on the back. And then there's a Grinch with a little Santa hat imprint on here. So really cute. This one, it does swatch a little hard pressed, I will tell you. So it's hard to kind of get a good swatch of it going, but it is very glowy. It's just like, it kind of matches my skin tone a bit. So it's kind of like my skin but better kind of color, I guess. And then the last item is a little lip kit, which I did have some trouble with already. So when I swatched the eyeliner for the first time, it was pretty hard to get the color going. So I was pressing pretty hard and the whole front of it just snapped off. And so I went in and sharpened it, and I kept sharpening. There's no product. There is something seriously wrong with this eyeliner. Only like the littlest tip came off of it. And when I try to get more product on it, it just kind of crumbles out. So I feel like this is a very faulty product and I'm not going to recommend it. But I don't know if they're all going to be like that. But the one I did, definitely don't recommend. So I'm not going to swatch that for you today. But I do have the liquid lipstick in the collection as well, which is this True Red. I do have it on now. And I will swatch this for you. So it's a very Christmassy red for the liquid lip. Perfect for the holidays. And it smells so good. So that is everything I have in this collection. There could be more items that I just don't have that they didn't send over. But yeah, check out Target if you guys are wanting to see any of these in person. I'll see if it's on the website as well and link it down below. But let's go ahead and get into the try on. So I think I wanted to try the big palette for today's look. When I swatched this palette, I feel like I liked the overall color scheme better. It is very Christmassy. So I'm gonna mostly focus on a fun kind of green look today. We're gonna start with this brighter lime green called Mount Crumpet and place this in the crease. The color isn't super bright on, it's looking a little bit more yellowy. All right, let's deepen that up a bit with the Noise color. Ooh, that's like very limey. That actually looks pretty decent. I'm actually impressed. Okay, next we're gonna go in with Snarky in the outer corner. I would say their darker shades are definitely a little bit more difficult to work with. This is gonna definitely take some building up, and it doesn't blend out the best since it is a very dry formula. So it might just take a little time to get that where we want it to be, but now it's starting to look pretty good. I do want to do more of this kind of pukey green, I'm going to call it, color. This is I Hate People on the lower lash line. It took a few times to get it, again, as dark as I wanted it to be. So just kind of going over it and smoking that out. All right, on the lid, I actually want to do this color. It's kind of a dirty golden called Oh the Humanity. So you kind of have to really dig your finger in there to get the color, but it does look pretty on. I'm going to take a little bit also of I'm Not Going, which is this green, and placing that kind of in the middle. You'll have to excuse the background noise. My husband is moving cars around outside. But anyways, going back with the finger, because that seems to be the best way to finish this eye. I did want to play with these little shimmer shadows too, so I don't know how this is gonna look, but we're gonna try it out. I should have probably used this as a base. Kind of placing a little bit there. I'm gonna blend that out. Ooh, that does look really pretty. I'm adding the little more green one in as well, just because I feel like our eye looks a little unbalanced. So we're just kind of going over everything I just did, but we're here to test things out. So you definitely don't have to go through all these steps to get the look that I just did. But yeah, I'm liking these liquid ones. I'm gonna have to see how they sit after wearing for a little bit, but yeah, the liquid is stunning. Next, we're adding the liquid liner on top. I honestly hate doing wings, so we're gonna leave it at that. Alright, let me put the rest of my makeup on and we'll try out a couple more of the products. So I did throw a lash on just because I feel like with winged liner, I always like how it looks better with a lash because I have more thin, kind of sparse lashes. But let's go ahead and try out the rest of the products. So we're gonna do the highlight next. We'll have to see how this applies because I feel like the swatch, it wasn't super vibrant. But your highlight doesn't always have to be super out there and crazy, but let's dip in. I'm getting a good swirl in there because I know it did swatch kind of light, and we'll apply it to the cheekbone. Oh, it actually goes on really nice on the cheek. So yeah, the swatch was a little deceiving. All right, the lip stuff. Let's see if I can get this lip liner to work because I had trouble with it. You guys know, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get this to work. Yeah, we're gonna have to forego this lip liner. Let me try a different one though, just a regular red. I'll use my Kokie one, which is also very affordable. And yeah, I'm just literally doing the very outside edges so we don't take away from the actual product that we're using. And we'll go in with the liquid lip. It smells like, what is the smell, you guys? It smells like my childhood. Something fruity that I must have had when I was a kid. But it is a beautiful red. We'll see how that kind of sits on the lips. Okay, guys, I just remembered what the smell was. And if you guys remember those gummy strawberry snacks, there was strawberry ones and there was cherry ones. And this one smells like, I think, the cherry. I don't know if you guys remember that. I don't know if they still have them, but they were just like, I think, I don't know who made them, if it was like the Brack brand or like the Welch's brand, but they were little mini cherries and they were so good. And they had the strawberries too, but this smells exactly like that. But yeah, here is the final look. Very Grinch Christmas. Testing out the new Makeup Revolution collection. So let's get into my final thoughts. Alright guys, for my final thoughts, testing everything out, I have to say, I do feel like overall, the collection in general, I do feel like the quality has improved a bit. I love the color scheme going on. I feel like they're taking more time with their collections. I just don't like seeing them pump out collab after collab. Like, it seems like every single week. I know ColourPop does that a lot as well. I'm all about focusing on quality over quantity, but I do feel like overall this is a nice collection and it's one of the better Revolution things that I have personally tried. I feel like on the eyes it does look nice, and when all is said and done, I feel like you wouldn't be able to tell like, oh, you used a cheaper eyeshadow palette over like a more expensive one with the full look. It's just like the process of getting there. But yeah, let's start with the big palette here. I do feel like this was really fun to use. The mattes, I mean, they're a little dusty. They do take some building for sure, but you can get the end look that you want. The shimmers you really have to dig into. I wish they glided a little bit more easier on the eyes. This is a $20 palette, so it is technically drugstore prices. You are getting a lot of shades in here for $20. But when I compare it to something else I spent $20 on, like this Scooby-Doo and Glamlight palette, there's worlds of difference in quality. And if you're wanting greens, I would honestly go for this Scooby-Doo one instead, even though it is less shades, but the quality is just better. Like, let me show you what I mean with the shimmers. We'll take this green in the middle from Glamlight. One swipe, compare it to the similar shade in the Grinch palette. I just feel like the Glamlight works better, is easier to use, and gives off more shine. So yeah, if I was gonna pick one or the other, I would pick this Scooby-Doo one instead, but I think for a drugstore palette, this is not bad at all. Now, I actually really loved using the liquid shadows to kind of amplify things a bit. I think these are so pretty and definitely worth it. I'm not noticing any creasing yet, but I think these will be gorgeous as a base or even by themselves. So these were a true standout for me from the collection, the liquid shadow set. I didn't get a chance to try out this one, but I don't know. I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about it with the swatches. Seemed a little bit lighter than with the big palette, but this one again is only $10. So it is half the price. I do love the packaging on it though. This eyeliner is actually a really nice liner. Now, I don't know if you need another one in your collection because I feel like once you have one, you're kind of set for a while. But it was nice. It was easy to use. It's a really nice, very dark black eyeliner. So this was a win for me as well. And then the highlighter, I was a little bit worried about how this was going to perform because it swatches so light. But it is very glowy, very natural and wet looking on the cheeks. I think it looks beautiful, honestly. I don't think it's enhancing texture at all. It's a gorgeous highlighter. So this, I think, is definitely worth checking out. I think it's stunning, and I love the little Grinch that it comes in. For the lip set, since the liner was a huge no for me, did not work out, I'm gonna give this a pass. The liquid lipstick though, it's transfer proof if you're looking for that. It is a beautiful red shade. It's definitely drying though. You can always put a little balm underneath if you need that to give more moisture. So the color's nice. It actually does stay on, but if you don't like drying liquid lips, then I would pass on this. But if you want this kit, just know you're probably mostly just going to use the liquid lipstick and not the liner if you guys have the same issue I did, because it seems like maybe there's not much actual product in the liner, because when I sharpened it, I really didn't get much of anything. So that was very confusing, but that's that. So that is the full collection, my thoughts on everything, just trying it out for the first time. Let me know your thoughts down below. Are you guys going to be picking this up? I could see if you do love the Grinch. This is a pretty cute collection to have. I'm trying to think who else has done Grinch collections. I can't really think of very many. So I'm kind of shocked. I know last year Revolution did an elf collection, which was a little mediocre, but I think they're definitely stepping up their game a little bit. And that's going to be it for this video. I just thought I would review this collection today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.